totally be fine when it comes to trying to convert into gold plus platinum. Unfortunately, there's no just like straight converter, so I just have to randomly make bets and try to win Dabo. I'm not too sure of the rules of this game. I just kind of randomly make bets and hope I get something right. Okay, so I won a couple gold press platinum. I didn't actually hit a very big Dabo that time. I think it may be like a cross between slots and roulette. I'm just gonna play the same bet again, where you have to line up all three on one symbol. As you can see, like there's the two red ones lined up here. If you line up all three, I think that's what they call a Dabo, and you get a big payout for that. But I think you get smaller payouts if you get a certain combination, similar to the slots work. And this Dabo is slowing down. And I didn't really win very much. I now have 11 gold press platinum. And I'm just going to go ahead and keep doing it. Just because I need that 100. That way I can pay that guy off.
The house always wins.
Yes, yes it does. Okay, so that time I won 2 gold press platinum, and this is obviously going to take a little while. So I'm going to go ahead and raise my bet amount quite significantly. I'm going to go ahead and go all in and bet 100, and then hit the button again. Oh, man, I have plenty of energy credits. Is the great thing about this. So
buy another drink. Maybe it'll bring you good luck.
Just play this all day. I might even cut the recording just for a tiny bit, so I can, just for the purpose of...
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. I won 1,000 gold press platinum that time, and I got everything for it, so I'm going to go ahead and quit. Looks like I won't be cutting the recording. So, now to go pay Hadron his money.
Need something, friend? A Ferengi without...
Okay. So, now I have to go tell the ambassador that I have gotten his holosuite reservation.
Buy another drink. Maybe it'll bring you good luck.
And I speak for the Defera. Wonderful. Most of the holotechnology on Defera is used for training or utilitarian purposes, so I don't have many chances to use a holosuite for entertainment. Thank you for your assistance. I hope you didn't go through too much trouble on my account.
No, I just had to do some gambling, go sell about 1 million stem bolts to a Starfleet captain that probably didn't need them anyway. So, I need to now go talk to Stas in the multi-purpose room because I happen to forget one ambassador, and I'm not really sure what the multi-purpose room is. So, I'm gonna have to go ahead and look at my map once we come out of the loading screen with the terrible noise. Oops. Okay, so, multi-purpose room is over this way. I believe that is the same room where the exchange and everything else is in, and that's just what they're referring to as a multi-purpose room. Let's go ahead and proceed down. And I promise this game is much more exciting than this. This is just kind of a slower mission. And now we have to find Stas, which is, I'm assuming, this huge guy right here. Oh, can I talk to him from across the table? I have to get him within, like, arm's length or something. Hello?
Ah, I was informed you would be here. Have you come with another friendly reminder from Commander Andrews? Feel free to report back to her and let her know that I haven't eaten the furniture or scared away the Dabo players.
Eating furniture?
Not yet.
Terrible.
Anyway.
You should really get off that habit. I mean, they probably make some type of therapy for that.
That is troubling. My ship is waiting to return to Kronos as soon as these talks are completed. I have no wish to linger here any longer than is necessary.
Sorry to trouble you again, but Captain Curlin is wrapping up the problem in the cargo bay, and we will be able to begin the talks very soon. I've notified the other attendees, but our opening speaker isn't responding to hails. Could you please track him down for me? Admiral Zavglach Trem mentioned wanting someplace quiet. You might try the upper promenade or the temple.
That's a pretty crazy name. So, upper promenade or the temple. I'm gonna go ahead and look at the temple first. Yes, that's where it is. So, we're gonna go ahead and head on over there. I'm sorry about any lag that my computer may be having. It just comes from trying to run fraps in the game at the same time. And the game is probably slightly taxing, even though not very much so.
My apologies. Both to you.
Alright, you guys can go ahead and just pause that and read it if you want. But I can't really hear what he's saying anyway, so there's no point in me trying to stand here and read it to you with the sound going on. So now we have to go to the turbo lift and head up to the conference. So, turbo lift conference room. Nice little loading screen there. And then here we are in the conference room, and all the ambassadors appear to be seated. So I'm going to go ahead and take a seat. Or closer to the chair. Alright.
Welcome, everyone. I'm so pleased that you all agreed to join us here today. As many of you are all too aware, the Borg attacks are increasing. If they are left unchecked, Starfleet predicts that the entire Alpha Quadrant could fall within 3 years. We all must work together to push these invaders out of our space and protect our homes and families.
I do not agree. My empire will stand, with or without your assistance. The Klingon Empire has never been stronger than it is right now. I dare the Borg to challenge us. Starfleet may cower in fear before a bunch of machines, but we do not.
I'm sure what the esteemed ambassador from the Klingon Empire meant to say is that he hopes we are all so crippled by our efforts to stop the Borg, we will be no match for a battle-hardened Klingon fleet. I do not want to be assimilated, but I don't want to be a servant to the Klingon Empire either.
The Deferi believe that all things must be in balance. We cannot counter the Borg threat if we ourselves are counter to one another. The Deferi do not wish to act against any of you. Therefore, should this meeting not reach a consensus, our best course of action is to not act at all.
Starfleet will do what it must to protect the Federation. However, if you want our assistance, you need to be willing to protect yourselves and contribute to this campaign. The Borg will be stronger if any of your civilizations are assimilated. Starfleet's hard at work developing new technology and tactics. We, at least, will be ready. And if we can't cooperate, I hope you don't suffer. And that we develop new weapons in time.
This is getting us nowhere. We came together in the spirit of cooperation. We need to find common ground. Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
Okay, so apparently now this is going to be a little bit of a political tree for me. I'm gonna have to try to convince these
Be
ambassadors.
careful. You are dangerously close to insulting the honor of the Klingon Empire. Do not presume to know what our honor demands. The Empire's pursuit of honor does not mean we are compelled to fight other people's battles. Full strength. Ah! the might of the Klingon Empire can stand against the entire galaxy. Let them come. Do not dictate strategy to me. The Klingon Empire values strength. We stepped in to defend the Deferi once because we owe them a debt of honor. We owe you nothing.
Now,
okay, so apparently get more.
Did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
So I'm gonna try Ambassador skill now.
Cardassia Prime is still rebuilding from the Dominion War. We have achieved a great deal in the past decades, but there is still much more to do. The continued threat of the True Way makes progress difficult. It would be best if we reserve our limited resources. I will not weaken my world to defeat the Borg, only to become the victim of another power already here in the Alpha Quadrant. I will protect my home until my last breath. My people do not need to be distracted by having to concern ourselves with all of you. Perhaps keeping ourselves separate is the best protection we could have. I see your point. If we work together, we can spread the risks of fighting the Borg, while at the same time creating a unified force that is more likely to succeed. Cardassia's odds of survival will be greatly improved if we add our strength to yours.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
Okay, so I got the Cardassians right, but I did not get the Klingons right. So let's try with the Deferi.
Maintaining balance with all things must be our primary concern. My world is one of those at risk, but I cannot reject balance, even to save my home and people. The universe uses conflict to restore the balance when we move too far out of equilibrium. The Borg advance, as painful as it may be, is simply another adjustment. It is one thing to choose to swim upstream against the current. It is quite another to drain the river because it is flowing in the wrong direction. The Borg do not respect the balance. We will offer what support we can to your fight.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
Starfleet will do everything we can to protect the Federation and its allies. However, there are too many drains on our resources and a limited number of ships and officers. It may be simply unfeasible for us to sign on to be the protector of the entire Alpha Quadrant. Besides, we need to consider the Prime Directive. There are limits to what we can do. Under dire circumstances, Starfleet may be forced to pull back from protecting all life to a position where we can defend only the core worlds. I hope it doesn't come to that. If it does, however, the needs of the many must outweigh the needs of the few.
Okay, Captain Spock.
Starfleet recognizes the Borg threaten all life in the Alpha Quadrant. We've lost too much already. We cannot lose anymore. Eventually, we'll all need to put our differences aside and unite in opposition to the Borg or anyone else who sows chaos and destruction. We'll put an end to this together.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
Uh-oh. Why is the wormhole black? What's going out of it? Those are Dominion ships.
There's something coming out of the wormhole. Captain, it's a Dominion fleet. They're charging weapons. Ready?
Ridiculous hand movements. Oh, geez, now they're on Deep Space Nine.
Jem'Hadar boarding the station. Get the delegates out of
We have to get out of here!
Oh no, the Admiral. Don't worry, Klingon.
It is time to leave.
Okay.
Evac Protocol Alpha. Andrews, get everyone to shuttles. Prep the Defiant for launch. Blast it. The Jem'Hadar have cut off access to ops. Karen, you'll need to coordinate the evacuation. We'll get the delegates to the docking ring, and then I'll try to join you in ops.
Alright. So, now we have to go ahead and get the delegates down to the boarding ring. Or the docking ring of the ship. And on board my ship, the Apollo. Safety. It appears whatever noise that was to stop. So I have a pistol out. There's a rifle here on the ground. And since I am a tactical officer, which is like the DPSE version, I can complete my class task, which is to arm Captain Kurland. Go ahead and drop these guys, and I am getting owned. Oh, I'm about to die. Oh, I did die. I can't even call for help. I'm just going to respawn. And we're out there before they try to kill any of my diplomats. Try to shoot those guys. The one annoying thing about Jem'Hadar is they can cloak in battle, so it's very hard to see where they're going. Okay, so shot him. Let's go let's attack Kurland. Kill him. Then we're going to proceed around the docking ring as fast as we can. Is there another fight going on down there, or they're just hanging out? They're just hanging out. I love how there's another Starfleet captain back there that doesn't even know how to fight. It's like, it's pretty much just me and this other guy that are doing all the fighting. And the big boring dude. That's just kind of hanging out back there. Alright. Ooh, this guy drops some loot. Yeah, nothing worth it. Oh, jeez, what just exploded? And there's tons of fighting going up there on the upper decks. Starfleet personnel fighting. Jem'Hadar. Appear to be having slight trouble shooting past Strauss here and this Jem'Hadar. There we go. This combat's intense. So, I'm gonna take out. No, still nothing useful. I'm not sure where Captain Kurland ran off to, or even Strauss for that matter. Kind of all alone now. But, you know, we're right here, so it doesn't matter in the long run. And although there are two Jem'Hadar veterans here that probably don't like me all that much, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and fire as quickly as I can down. So what have we doing to the front of them? Blast these guys down. This guy's got a lot of health. Okay, now they're both dead. And this guy dropped a Cardassian lockbox, which is a special thing going with this series of episodes that come out, where you can buy some keys to unlock those. And they contain some really good loot. So, now we have to proceed down this way. I'm still not sure where all the diplomats went. But this leads down into the docking ring. And now my goal is to defeat the Jem'Hadar commander. I'm gonna run over here and duck behind this cover and down these 2 soldiers real quick. Then I'm going to duck out here and down these 2 soldiers. Like a boss. Oh. And there's Captain Curlin. Not really sure where he came from, but alright, I'll take it. Take items from this guy. And nothing useful on him either. Go ahead and engage that assault officer over there. He's running towards me at a very high rate. Or he's gonna have a slight AI bug. Just lag behind me. Alright, he died as well. Shaw's to die. This guy decided to pull the old disappearing act on us. There he is. Use the docking ring to return your ship. Well, I'm gonna pick up this thing first. Take items, take the Cardassian lockbox. Take items. Nah, it's catching away again. Alright, so now we are going to go ahead and board the Apollo, I guess. And take this fight into space. And there are Jem'Hadar attack ships everywhere, just pounding away at the shuttles that can escape Deep Space Nine. So, as the resident huge battleship on scene, I'm going to go ahead and lend my assistance and all my firepower and torpedo arrays to the fight to just down all these Jem'Hadar ships. There sure are a lot of Jem'Hadar. This is a huge space battle. Just gonna engage every direction I can. Go ahead and pound away him. Select a new target and fire again. Another target.
Target's shield has failed. Right shield's failing.
You did it. There's a hole in the Jem'Hadar front line. Clear path for ships escaping Deep Space Nine. And then we have to go help our allies. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of the way of these guys, the Jem'Hadar attack ships, and I'm going to go hit my full impulse, come over here, and engage this Jem'Hadar heavy escort that is attacking the USS Belfast, and give them a hand with their situation that isn't looking too good right now. The heavy escorts are very annoying in this game because they deal a lot of damage really quickly, and it's relatively hard to counter them. So I'm just going to pound away with everything that I have on this guy. And then he's going to launch a torpedo straight at me. I'm going to turn, and if I can get a torpedo angle on this guy, which apparently I'm not going to. Still have no shields. Now I'm going to get out of here because warp core explosions actually do hurt quite a bit. Alright, so now that I've saved the Belfast, they should be assisting me, following me around. So I'm going to go for this next ally over here that just dropped off my scope and attempt to save them, whoever they may be. I believe they're probably the Opaka. And then once I save Opaka, Problem with these Galaxy-class ships is they turn like a brick. The good news is they're already at half health all over here, so I can just drop right in and fire volleys off. Do quite a number of them very quickly, although they did get a friend. I'm not really sure where the Belfast went. She should still be behind me somewhere firing, but I'm not seeing her anywhere. Not sure if she's just taking that long to catch up, or... And as you can see, I did not manage to save Opaka. She was destroyed by the Jem'Hadar attack ship, but I'm going to go ahead and eliminate it. That way it doesn't attack my shuttles, which is what it's concentrating on now. But, you know, people in Opaka, they died honorably. There'll be a great funeral service for them. And don't need an engine battery. I'm going to do my best to go save that ally down there, which will probably be the USS Fletcher. And this time at least I have Belfast with me. I've caught up. So we're going to fly right in and hit these guys with everything we got. And here comes another Jem'Hadar attack ship from behind, which I'm now going to have to fend off. Threat awareness.
Target shield has failed. 4 shields failing.
Alright, that's one attack ship down. Trying to concentrate on the second guy. Fire everything I got at. This is not going well for me.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Alright, so save the Fletcher. Next stop is we have to go attempt to save the Finda. I'm going to go and pop my heal that I have. And angle myself to attempt to rescue the Finda. Try to get to it before it loses too much of its shields. Engage this Jem'Hadar attack ship.
4 shields failing. Target's shield has failed.
Pound him with everything I got. And there are 2 more Jem'Hadar heavy escorts over there that I'm going to have to try to aggro. Meantime, we'll just try to eliminate firepower as we go.
Rear shields failing. Right shields failing.
So, it's going to be very important that we get them. Now that they're down. Very important that we task someone else. Pop my heal one more time just to ensure that I don't die.
Target's shield has failed.
And fire everything I got it. That heavy escort over there. And they should be done. Boom. Yeah, I'll take seismic stabilizers. And then go ahead and engage these next guys over here. With everything we got, try to take them down. Now, our job is to contact Deep Space Nine, so we'll probably have to fly back over there. Still not really sure why the wormhole is black, when it should be like bluish.
Captain Carland, good to know that you and the delegates are safe. Jem'Hadar have stormed the station and we're losing critical areas. The Defiant has launched and I've evacuated everyone possible, but a few of us stayed to...
Andrews? Andrews! Someone, answer me! What's going on?
Captain, my name is Loris, and I represent the Dominion. This station, and all remaining souls on it, are now under our control.
Epic music. So, Starfleet wants to set Bajor in an attempt to stage a counteroffensive later, but for right now, we just want to get our delegates that we have on board safe and secure. There's obviously quite a large fleet here already with some Klingon vessels this way as well. And that's the completion of this episode of the quest. And so, thank you for watching, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here. I will see you for episode 2.
Of course we do.